This week we're going to be looking at a target that's going to be pretty familiar to those in the industry, and that's going to be featured here on our range a lot more in these videos. It's the Gunsite Option Target. I'm Joe Kurtenbach. This is Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Hey guys, we're here at the NRA Publications range at NRA headquarters in Fairfax, Virginia. And I just wanted to take a minute to introduce you to a new target we're going to be using here, particularly in our lock, stock, and barrel segments, and that's the Gunsite Option Target. For those of you who aren't familiar, Gunsite Academy is in Paulden, Arizona, and it's the home of the modern technique of the pistol. Founded by Jeff Cooper, it's a school dedicated to teaching armed citizens and gun-toting professionals alike how best to employ their firearms and their mindset in order to overcome and succeed in a defensive shooting situation. So a lot of great things happening there, good tradition, and of course, very active today. In fact, they're expanding their courses all around the country. And really, if you want some top-notch handgun training, Gunsite is a great place to go. So at that school, they use these Gunsite Option Targets, and these have evolved over the years, and there's a few reasons I chose to start using them here. For one, most distinctive about these targets is this kind of camo pattern that throughout. And what that does is it really kind of blurs the lines for you. It forces you to really focus on some of these vital areas in order to make good shots that are going to score. What I really like is that they didn't use a big, bold, bullseye style target, which you see on a lot of targets. Instead, they're really forcing you to focus in on these rather thin lines among the camo, keep that good front sight focus, that good trigger discipline in order to make a good shot that's going to score. So not the easiest target to shoot, and I like that. I think it forces you to focus, maintain that front sight. As well, they've got the two scoring areas. Now, obviously, this is kind of your chest cavity and kind of your head cavity. And this is going to be basically your easier, your body shot, your more rapid shooting, and these are going to be more precise shots. If you step right over here, you can kind of see the diameters or the dimensions of these scoring areas. 8 inches wide by 7 7/8 inches tall, but of course it's arced. And again, up here, 4 1/8 inch wide by 3 inches tall. And again, it kind of slants down. And that brings me to another thing I really like about these targets. They use, rather than a center mass focus. Remember, a lot of people, you'd say aim center mass, but that's not really effective on the human form. And remember that Gunsite is a defensive shooting school. So instead, they've moved the scoring area kind of up into what would be the high chest cavity, where the heart lives, where the spine is, where the neck is. And they've really encouraged you through slanting the head box down and arcing the chest target up. They've really encouraged you to stay along that channel. It's really going to be kind of the spinal column channel, and again, the heart's going to be right in there. This is a better vital area than, say, a center mass target that's probably going to be a little bit lower down here and just kind of a wide circle. This is a much better representation of where a good defensive shot is going to go. So just to kind of recap, I like the subdued target areas, the camo pattern, it really forces you to focus. I like that the target areas encourage you to stay in that high thoracic cavity along the spinal line. And of course, it wouldn't be a Gunsite target without the bad guy holding the 6-shooter at you, so you know it's okay to put some holes in this paper. Now, I shot these targets earlier just for an example, and as you can see, had to focus a little bit harder on the small target area. And of course, a few groups kind of flew out, and you know what happened there is because the target lines are subdued, these aren't big bullseyes, I kind of got impact focused. I was seeing the impacts and kind of adjusting my shots along there. And of course, that's going to encourage you when you see this after the fact, you're going to say, oh shoot, I really got to stay on that front sight, keep focused on the target. So again, Gunsite Option Targets. So for more on the Gunsite Option Target or other Gunsite gear, of course you can go to gunsite.com or straight to the pro shop at gunsitestore.com. Now these targets are going to be priced at 50 cents each, and shipping is going to vary based on your location. For more videos like this and to stay up to date on the latest guns and gear, stay tuned right here at AmericanRifleman.org.